Aloha everybody, what is going on my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video we're going to be talking about the player-owned lake, an EpicJam update that was showed off in the latest live stream.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, they showed off a bunch of stuff with today's live stream, and throughout the week I'm going to be rolling out videos covering everything that was discussed, so stay tuned with that as we stretch through the week. So first off, we got Mod Raven and Rowley's update. That is the player-owned lake. Now that's just a working title or whatever, it's not going to be the final thing. They actually came up with that name as well as others just randomly on the spot during the live stream, so it's not what you can expect when it launches, but just to give you a concept of what it's all about. Player-owned lake works fine for now. So this is going to be located in Taverley at the lake near the Lady of the Lake. So it is in a free-to-play area and will be accessible to free-to-play players. Now mechanically, it will use a lot of the same elements from the current player-owned farm, Manor Farm, but in other ways it will be a lot lighter. It's designed to be basically an introductory version of animal farming. Ideally, they do want to add it to the path system that'll help players learn all about it in the very early game. Here you'll notice it looks visually very different from your typical player-owned farm. There will be only one pen. As you can see, it's large and open, not really closed off like the other pens in Manor Farm, for example. And this is actually the first pen that's going to have mixed animals of a similar type. These are all categorized as what they're calling waterfowls. So here you'll be able to raise not only ducks, but also geese and swans. They did toy around with adding it to the breeding log, but they said it probably won't be included. So anybody who is worried about that, you won't necessarily have to breed any of these, or their different variants. They do have shinies as well as different, color palettes as well, but you don't have to breed any of those for the breeding log and get those titles and that achievement done, so don't worry about that. In terms of getting these animals, I'm not entirely sure if you can kill those animals in the game world and get those eggs, but you can get the eggs from the Lady of the Lake. She does sell them. You'll notice that she sells them for coins instead of beans, so it doesn't share the same economy as Manor Farm. It's its own thing, and by and large doesn't really affect much that you do on Manor Farm. Now it is very low level. The numbers that they're currently playing around with are level 1, 7, as well as 13. So very entry level in terms of where they sit on the skill level band. Now with the release of Archaeology coming out next year, they are opening that skill to free to play up until level 20, and that is something that they do plan on doing with this particular update as well. So free to play players will have access to this area and up to level 20 farming. So that's not necessarily just this farm, the player-owned lake. They can also access any of the farming patches scattered around in the various different free-to-play areas and, use seeds and do regular traditional farming in those patches where available. It was asked if when they plan on raising skills to 120, that's when they want to open up the skills to level 20 on free-to-play. Mod Osborne said that those are not paired by any means, and they do eventually want to open the skill to 20 for all the member skills, being available free to play up to 20, because it's a better way to get a grasp of the skill. Currently it goes up to level 5 on free to play, and that's really not enough to get your teeth into a skill and really understand how it functions. So I don't know exactly when that plans on being added, but eventually we can see all skills, member skills being added up to level 20 and their relevant content introduced to free-to-play worlds. So that is it for your player-owned lake. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below, and do stay tuned on the channel for the following week where we cover the rest of the Game Jam updates that were shown off in the live stream. They do say next week they plan on showing off more, as they didn't show off everything that the JMods are working on, so I'm excited to see what else they have around the corner, and I will cover that when that comes out as well. With that, I'm gonna wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.